Well, hi everyone. My name is Jeff, and today I'd like to talk about mindfulness practice, what I refer to as sophisticated mindfulness practice, which is a chapter in my new book called Folding the Mind: Unique Discoveries We All Can Make into Deeper Awareness Naturally. So let me show you this book. I'll get out of the way a bit. So hopefully you saw that. The last video I talked about shaping, which is another chapter in the book, shaping of the deep, subtle physical body. And I'm going to revisit that chapter in another video because it's so much going on with that. So much going on with so many things, especially mindfulness practice. I've studied with an amazing teacher, Dr. Frederick Lenz, who referred to himself as Rama, for many years. And a lot of this new book that I've written, is driven by the deep experiences I had and continue to have with this amazing teacher, and also through my own direct experience with other kinds of knowledge. And in regards to today's topic, sophisticated mindfulness practice, it's just a way of kind of labeling this type of mindfulness practice, which is a vast subject in itself, because of particular things I've noticed in my own practice that I thought I'd like to talk a little bit more about today, and also mention in the book. For many, mindfulness practice is, along with meditation practice, is major types of concepts, two major concepts of the Eightfold Path of the Buddha. So it's a major practice in Buddhism, which I found out when I started out, and for a bunch of years really was not doing it properly and not giving it anywhere near the attention it deserves. It's an extremely important practice. In particular, what I've noticed through deep experiences going deeper into higher awareness is that there are openings that present themselves that we can notice at times. I believe these openings actually are everywhere and ever present, but it takes a while to be able, what I've noticed, a while to be able to notice these openings into higher awareness, and then to actually take advantage of it. So it's a lot going on there. But the aspect of mindfulness practice, in the sense of being very nimble in our mind, a certain level of focus, and being an alertness, to be able to notice these kind of openings that can happen especially in nature and at power spots, power places, especially when our energy is elevated, when we're vibrating faster. It becomes more likely that we can notice things about our awareness field. And some of the other aspects of this alertness and focus is having to do with our interactions with people. We notice the kind of our energy levels as we're interacting with people. Hopefully that interaction is very positive and stimulating, and where our energy level either is staying at a pretty high level to begin with, or even gets elevated. If we do notice an interaction with people where our energy level is actually getting less, we're actually vibrating slower, then that's something to be aware of, to pay attention to. It may have something to do with us, or has something to do with the other person, but the various things that being aware and cognizant what's going on in our interactions will help us monitor or be aware of our energy level, and then make adjustments on the spot accordingly. If we need to leave an interaction with a group of people or a particular person because our energy is dropping, then that may be wise to do. We need all the energy we can muster up to be able to go into higher awareness. So the concept of our energy bucket, that in the subtle physical body, which is a deeper layer of ourselves, we store energy there, and that energy is very important to be able to be stored and consolidated properly as we access more energy. And if we notice that there's a leakage there, then we need to do something about it. So that'll probably go into that more in another talk about how to patch up the holes that we have in our energy bucket. And that happens by what I'm referring to today. By one way that happens is by being drained to a certain extent by other people. Of course, we could drain other people too, so we want to be aware. We have a responsibility to other people also, and what our energy field is like, and how, being very conscious and aware of whether how we're impacting potentially somebody else's energy field. So it's an equal responsibility in any interaction. I'd like to say a few more things about these openings that I talked about before ending the video. And as an example, I do go occasionally hiking in the local mountains in the desert that I'm in, and I will sit down, hike for a little while, then I have some favorite spots, and I go to my spot and do a short meditation session, maybe 15 minutes or so. It depends on whatever you may want to do, and build up a certain amount of energy that way, to kind of center myself and to remain as still as possible. And then as I continue to hike through the area that I'm in the local mountains, which have a level of power to it. That's a particular reason why I'm even going to those mountains that I've gone through for a long time now, because I use that to enhance and to elevate my state of consciousness, my awareness field. And I stay aware. And I also look for some subtle patterns. It has to do with pattern matching, which I'll talk about in another video, and something I learned about from my own teacher. So maybe it's the birds, the way they sound, something about it is sharper, more clear. And it's giving me the way I notice a bird's flight, for instance, through the cactus, through the landscape, is giving me some indication about how elevated my state of mind might be, my state of awareness might be, which is part of mindfulness practice. These openings that I'm talking about become more obvious, more apparent as our energy level rises and we're vibrating faster. It's easier to feel these kind of openings that I'm talking about. And how we can take advantage of this through our mindfulness practice by being aware and alert is that these openings actually lead to higher perspectives, higher views of our awareness and our perception. And it can be that we access more light that way. Also, interesting kinds of knowledge. That knowledge also has to do with the particular place that we're in, the particular kind of power of that place, the characteristics of that place that we're in, and that seeps into us. It does. If we're open to it. and it can change the way we view things. It helps us increase our awareness. So this is a vast subject. I barely have scratched the surface of it. Will give me an excuse later in another video to talk about higher nodal points, which my own teacher has mentioned is another vast subject. But these nodal points have to do with higher views that we can tap into and use in various ways in our careers and also our creative activities. So these openings are just hugely important, and I'm glad that I'm just at least introducing the subject for the moment. It's something I do talk about in my book. So yeah, a lot to discuss in further videos, to say the least, but I would like to go over various chapters in the book that I thought would be helpful to people. So thanks for paying attention, and enjoy yourself with the material and in your life. Thank you.